You know, I feel like the only way you can actually be successful in life is to make some noise. But there's so much noise in the world, You got to be louder than the aliens. Now, what do I mean by that? Louder than the aliens. The thing is that every day, if you're trying to compete on a world level, you gotta rattle some trees, you gotta make some noise, and you gotta do something that's gonna get above all the static of all the crazy people, all the popular people, all the world events, space invaders, just to get a little bit up, right? And you got to do that for everything that you do every single day. Otherwise, you're just going to stay down at the bottom. It sounds crazy to say, but realistically, I mean, between music and stadiums and sports events, if you want to get above all of that, you got to do something crazy. You got to do something big. It has to be powerful and amazing every single day. That's my goal. My goal is to do something above and beyond every single day. And that is what I'm looking forward to bringing out in my comedy. The stuff that I'm writing now is so good. And I was explaining to someone the other day that the only way one of the only ways I'm ever going to rise to the top is my quality of material has to be out of this world, essentially, right? Like, it's got to be so good that if you hear about UFOs getting ready to enter into the atmosphere, right? Or you could hear my joke. You're going to hear my joke. Because it's that more interesting. It's that more entertaining. Everybody's heard about a lot of stuff. But being unique, being the first and the loudest, I'd say, is the most important. Because once you get people's attention, then comes the second part, the second most integral part, which is holding people's attention. I told somebody else one day the two hardest things to do in life, I made up this acronym, ATM, right? And basically means attention, time, and money. Because once you get somebody's attention, you have to hold their attention for an amount of time, right? And then once you do that, then you can have quality output, and you can actually make money from doing that. But you have to have that quality. You got to have that quality first, right? You get somebody's attention, and you waste that next part. You get their attention, but you waste their T, which is time. They're not going to want to listen to you. You can only make attention so many times and have it be a waste of crap, some garbage nonsense that people are just going to start to phase you out. So that's what quality means to me. That's what quality means when I say, like, rise above the aliens. You got to get above and beyond, Yeah, I always have this, like, repeated idea. The whole, if you just think aliens, because that's some wild, crazy stuff, right? Not to get into it. That's a whole other podcast about believing and thinking that they're real and stuff. But, imagine just that alone. If you imagine just getting above that, the aliens, right? And all of your decision making when you're trying to conquer, when you're trying to dominate, you're trying to take over and make a big impression in the world, that should be a great guiding compass as far as how you start, how you decide all of your actions and stuff like that. So I'm going to go conquer some space invaders. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. And you will. You'll hear from me. Peace.